It is 12/3/2023, and it's the time when Venus is squaring Pluto. And you see, the narcissist paradigm will have it that it manifests the lower vibration of things. And unfortunately, I'm going through what I consider definitely a lower vibration of things. But see, I don't want to get too personal, but pardon the way I look, I have not been. I have been just. I'm surrendering and accepting that some things. But anyway, you don't want the narcissist to know anything about you personally. I don't see how, because of its Venus in Libra, I don't see how even the strongest loves has lasted through this particular passage, which would be through December 3rd and Sunday. Well, the weekend, really, give it a 6-degree orb, be tapering off into Wednesday, it'll be tapering off. Because of the way that the square is to Pluto, that square particularly, and it has to do with our relationships. You know, it's very much about that cold control system and our hearts, I guess. And I've seen something over the last, okay, so I've been doing something for the last year and a half or so, studying something. I've been pummeled by tower moment after tower moment after tower moment. I mean, just like a protractor of tower moments that I have lost count of. And just when you think, well, I think I'm, of course you're over, there's more tower moments. Now, you think you've been through a dark night. Well, no, it's coming. It's here. I totally accept what's going on. See, people around you won't accept what's going on. If you want to hit the higher vibrational frequency of change for the better, you got to get away from everybody who's living in fear that doesn't know how to do that, or even recognize, accept. Well, things need to fall apart a bit before it gets better, and it really just, you can dismantle it yourself, just do it. That's what I'm trying to do, but I have been sat on and shat on by the narcissistic, just going in general society out there, that I don't know if you know, but ask Jesus. Was that any kind of help that they gave you after all? I mean, did you really, maybe you think you needed some assistance? That's an interesting thing to assist you there, is being hung up on the archaic electric chair. Capital punishment, great. Yeah. Excuse us for even questioning if there could be an easier way to live. And that's what I felt, that's what I feel, and that's what I have felt, and that's what I've been doing, envisioning very personally. Well, if you're so disgruntled in this lifetime, what is it that you want to do and live? And it's like, well, I kind of started out that way. I'm doing it in a way hard to find, right? Nobody knows what anybody's doing. What are you doing over there sitting next to a waterfall for 25 years? Well, I'm not really ignoring my relationships or anything. I'm going through karma that is so heavy that, I mean, what I mean is I'm not free of my complications, like with the wiring and stuff. And the truth is like you can do your work all you want about who you are, and you know who you are and your wiring and stuff, and be like your own therapist or go to therapy. Other people will drag you into their, like I said, it's the narcissist paradigm. That it's like, well, so you're not doing your work, huh? Change should have happened a long time ago. You should have understood something that should have been separated out. Like when? You don't live like that, immature, without changing into some realization. At least give yourself your own intelligence system that you can start feeling into situations and learning how it really is. And stop these fucking narcissists in our lives. See, I don't know how. See that any of even of love itself, if it was there this weekend, there's a strain. Something is hard to enjoy. That's what the Venus square Pluto and Venus square Saturn signifies. If somebody has that in their chart, you'll notice after a while, and they try to hide it for a long time. This is what I noticed, but after a while, it just falls off, and they're like they associate torture with love, and whatever Pluto is up to, the wrecking ball, and just pain, and like it just doesn't make a breakthrough and understand. The square means it's just they're being blindsided by something that is hard. And their lesson, they'll tell you, they probably know how to be alone better than anybody else. Really, what they are is just not qualified for love. Love will rip them another asshole because maybe, if you look at it, it reminds them of what they're lacking or something. They have a lesson with it. I don't know, babes, but love is lethal. It is lethal like that. It's going to get rid of bullshit, and it's just going to take. You want to wait for lifetimes for it to purify you? Go ahead. And you do get the idea. I do. I'm going to share what I've been through and what I've seen, just in a nutshell. This is a span of like since 2005 of noticing shape-shifting reptilians, and indeed, it's coming with the trait of narcissism and all these other shades of gray of what is this anyway? What is it? Well, I see something happening. It's coming alive like crazy. And it's like, yeah, there's aliens. We're making contact, that's for sure. Stop making contact because they live in a different universe than you. They don't live in the same universe. In fact, they don't qualify to make it into this universe. They're not completely human. Welcome to Shauna Sci-Fi, but I wish that I wasn't saying something real. It kind of sends you, if you have anything, any kind of really good talent or anything, you're sent down this rabbit hole. It's hard. This world, I mean, I don't know about you, but you can notice it. I mean, just from one generation, I mean, two generations. My grandmother really, and then her great-grandmother, they knew how to actually do something. They still had a sense of knowing the power of what it is to be human, which is a love quality. You love, which is setting your whole self aside and finding out what is working there, what is the truth, how, in case you want to make it grow or manifest something, whatever it is. You want to be careful. You want to have compassion. I tried to explain that in one video. I am in so much pain, and I'm trying to process this, and I'm hitting a place of acceptance that for sure I'm not a perfect person. There's a lot that I have to work on, which probably entails realizing that maybe I'm not cut out for a relationship. But to tell you the truth, that's the narcissist paradigm. I know of a world where people it's a low life frequency out there. You have to be careful. They're so jealous of people who are genuinely in love. If you're in love with somebody and you really get along, you just have a natural ease with each other. They're really like, they look at that, you notice how it's like a hive out there? It's weird. And maybe it's your girlfriend or somebody like that who kind of pokes at it and wants to maybe get in between you and that love or something. It's like, what are these fucking people doing? We're just minding by our own business, and we find each other and soar, and they're like, there's a hawk! Try to kill it! You know what I'm saying? And then, where does that go? Like, okay, so now you're single, and you're doing your work, and you're just being quiet, you're minding, you do the transition. Maybe you had to get a job or do a transition of your life. Now you're in a new territory. Then it becomes, you're like, oh, I'm open for a partnership. Who's there? Somebody who needs to close, who is so just toxic with not even knowing how to, first of all, get into a partnership, let alone get out. And they see, they're jealous of it's like they are a moth onto a flame seeing, oh, this person has such an opportunity. Let me ruin it for them. Let me shit on it and be selfish, take from them. Because you're pouring like a cup. You're pouring, and this is what I've experienced, that I have been just run dry. And they don't get it. They don't get it. It's like, well, no, you live in a world that you're striving. You want human energy. And you're manipulating in such a way to get it. It's not the way that human beings do, which is they just interact and they know that they know how to groove based, of course, there's some kind of interest, they stick with it, they build together something, and they could fall in love maybe, but no, it's usually a lot of times couldn't it be transactive? I think it should be very useful. There should be riches involved. There should be, yeah, putting ideas together and holding a something that feels good, or get the fuck away. But you know what? You'll never see it so clearly more than now with Venus and Libra. Even the best people who know what love is, it's time to ache. You ache because you realize that you're giving too much to something that can't give back, maybe. But that's the human alarm going off in humanity. It's like we really do work a lot, and it's just breadcrumbing across the board. If you want to talk about your bitchin' non-human alien government, and who are they? Psh, I'll get into it. Seen a lot of it in the past week, let alone something I'm just noticing. I'm like, wait a minute, put everything down. What did I just see, and what is this feeling, and what is going on? I am in such disarray because of the confusion of somebody else, and just one other person can do it for you. That's sad. I see. That's the problem, though, is I don't have anybody else. I wish I can find collaborate. I'm having a lot of trouble collaborating. I'm having to um, accept that maybe there is something wrong with me. I'm not denying that maybe I don't know how to get along with people. That's what the narcissist does to you. Really, that's their problem. They transfer all of that onto you, and they if you're not careful, they want to be you. They admire all those traits in you, that you're just confident, easygoing. You can have friends if you just get your fucking head out of the dark. That's me. I've been I've been led to believe this, and this pathetic fucking Neptune Venus thing that I'm seeing clearly now. I really am, because it's going to go it's retrograde, but it's going to go direct in about 4 days or something, or 2 days. And I see it, and I was like, no, Shauna, these people, they're bent. You made yourself a target, and they're bent on just, society. If you notice, they need a target. Be careful. It could be you next. It certainly has been me. Down to random people just shutting me out, just think, oh, this one really, fuck her, and I have really never experienced that in my life, but I do. I blame it on, yeah, a little bit of the energy that I've been carrying. The Neptune and Venus, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's like, okay, I got to control this energy. Well, I'm trying to. Well, what with Pluto squaring my Mercury, and I'm going through the last of that, which is complete, uh if I ever known mental illness, yes, feeling like it's like, what is that up there? Come on, stop doing that. And the thing is, when see the narcissists out there, whoever is healthy enough to live. I mean, what I mean is, narcissists don't like that you're capable of growing. They have a growing problem. They stay at a level of awareness that is very dim, and you get the idea that they're always frustrated, and they're always going to be arguing from the place of, let's certainly not admit that I can't learn anything, but well, now it's your problem, and well, okay, and they're just fucking a bunch of goddamn toddlers, and it's like, do you know that is so draining for a productive person, for even forgiving people, teachers, and stuff like that, because after a while they're not going to learn. They're not learning anything. Anyway, I don't know when I'll post this. I'm in so much pain, and you don't want to give your narcissist any emotional, that downer. They just plug into it. They are. Let's get back to the upside down and backward universe that they live in. They're pretty sure they're not human. They don't qualify to be even in the universe. But here they are. And some of them, I'm telling you, I've experienced this way too much to be quiet. And it's hard to say something. It's hard to say anything if you're being abused. And you're experiencing blows from their confusion and then it's making you confused and stuff, it's nearly tore me down to date. And but there's just I have power in me that they can't take that away. No matter what I've given to them, and it's just emptied out, and I don't get refilled, and they don't understand that it's human energy, you stupids. Human energy has nothing to do with how you get artificially charged from the outside in, pursuing whatever attention-seeking pursuits, and even trying to get money enough, and it's never enough for you people. You people are not enjoying yourself. The more you get into it, the more you are lost. And you don't know that there's another life of law of attracting through joy that gets things so much more easier into you. It's okay. You know how to work really fucking hard, too fucking hard for a lot of people. It is torture. We are sharing the planet with this shit. It seems to be stuck here, by the way, because they do not graduate into the universe, which is what I know is to be love and joyous, and we're supposed to have a good time just celebrating here. Saying yes, and you know, when you go through the process of life, you get good at better and better. It just gets better and better. Whatever it is. Now, for the narcissist, it's like, yes, we get better and better at trashing everything and sticking syringes and then pulling it out and trying to get more and more. And where is it? And throwing a tantrum and building courthouses over it.